Hello and welcome back everybody to another World of Warcraft gold farming video. So in this video we're going to be farming small eggs, so be sure to check your auction house prices for this item to see if it's worth doing for you. But a small disclaimer before doing this farm, you definitely want to only do this during Winter Veils or Children's Week, or at least sell these items during those holiday events since they're hardly worth anything outside of those events. I'll go more into detail about that later on, but we're going to be farming these eggs in the southeastern side of Westfall. There are multiple areas around Azeroth to farm these eggs. Another good spot is in Eversong Woods. You can farm the... what are those things? Those hawklings or whatever they are. Those blood elf flying creatures. You can farm those as well, and I think they drop about 1 to 2 each, which is nice. But I found this place to be the best place to farm using the Cross Realm Assist add-on, or any add-on that allows you to hop onto other servers, like Server Hop, I think it's called. So you definitely want to pick up this add-on. I'll leave a link in the description for that. It's probably not worth doing unless you have this add-on. So you want Cross Realm Assist, as I said. You definitely want Flying, and Druid is by far the best class to do this with, since you're going to be hopping from mob to mob, and you're going to be mounting and dismounting constantly, and Druids can instantly mount up, which is nice. Also, you want an item called Findle's Looterang, and the reason you want this item is because sometimes, as you can see here, this mob just glitched out the ground and just came here. So these mobs actually, when you kill them, maybe if I kill them here, sometimes they randomly glitch through walls, they glitch through trees, they glitch through the ground, or they just randomly glitch behind you like 20 yards, which can be annoying. So if they glitch through the ground or into a tree, you won't actually be able to loot them if you're unlucky. So Findle's Looterang it can be made by either engineers. So if you have engineer, you can make it, but you probably have one by now if you're an engineer. Or you can buy one off the auction house for about 100 to 200 gold, and I definitely recommend picking it up. So what I do is I just bounded it to F, and it allows me to just loot mobs from range. So even if mobs do bug out, you can still loot them. So as for the route of this farm, it's very simple. You just want to stick to this general area here. There are actually these flesh rippers all across Westfall. There are a bunch of them up here near this farm, the pumpkin farm, and there's like a place here, like on the west coast, there's like a corpse of one of those whale thingies. I can't remember what they're called, like lurkers or something. And there's a bunch of them that respawn there, and you can go there as well, but I prefer this place. There's less competition here, and there's just less people questing around here. So other than that, competition is very low. Sometimes you do see questers, mainly around this farm here, but most of the mobs are going to be up there, the majority of them. So as for the route of this farm, yes, as I said, you want to stick to this area. As you can see, there's a bunch of them here. So what I do is I just fly on top of them, moonfire them, and then they die, and then just loot them, and I keep doing that. Maybe I can try get one of these mobs bugged out. They don't usually bug out around here. Most of the time they bug out over there, and sometimes actually a guard attacks this flesh ripper, but even if he's being attacked, you can still get the loot off him if you kill him quickly enough. So let me see if I can actually bug one of these mobs out and show you what I mean. Okay, they're not loaded in yet. So here we go. Here's a bunch of them. Nope, he didn't bug out. Ah, there we go. Here's a bugged out one. As you can see, he's under the ground, and he just died. Also, you definitely want nameplates on, otherwise you won't be able to, it's very difficult to spot the sparkliness of these mobs without nameplates on. So, right now I can actually loot this guy. If I angle it correctly, there we go, I can actually loot him. But it just makes it easier to use Findle's Looterang. Looted him, there we go. But I guess that's about it. You just want to kill these mobs. You can actually use Starfall in this area since there's so many of them here. And then you can just quick join. And here you go. And then they will respawn. So you just want to kill them, run up and down here, stick to this area mainly. And then if this place is run out, come down here. There's loads of them here. Just kill them, reset your realm, rinse and repeat until you get as many as you want. But other than that, the reason why you want to do this during the Winter Veil, well, not during the Winter Veil, just before Winter Veil, or farming them anytime and stockpiling them for Winter Veil, is during Winter Veil there's the World of Warcraft Santa Claus, whatever his name is, that NPC. You guys know what I'm talking about. But he has a quest that gives you, I think he gives you an achievement, but he requires about 5 gingerbread cookies, and gingerbread cookies require, I think it's 1 small egg and a glass of cold milk or something, ice cold milk. And during that time, everyone wants to do this quest. I think he gives you presents, actually, not an achievement. During that time, everyone wants these gingerbread cookies. So if you're a cook, you can actually get the recipe from these guys as well. The gingerbread cookie recipe. And there's a hole down there. But you can get the gingerbread recipe cookie, and you can make gingerbread cookies. And during that time, the price and demand of small eggs just skyrocket through the roof. So during that time, the price goes, from what I've seen, about 10 gold to about 15 gold per small egg, and which is insane. And also during Children's Week, there's an achievement called Bad Example, and that requires you to make a delicious chocolate cake, and I don't know where you get the recipe from. I don't think it's from here, but that requires about 8 small eggs as well as a bunch of other ingredients. And during that time, it's not as in demand as the gingerbread cookies, but the price still goes up. So what I recommend doing, the best thing you can do right now is just wait until December and farm them before, like a week before the Winterfell event, as if you farm it during Winterfell, there's going to be so many people here. It's insane how many people will be here. It's very difficult to find flesh rippers in Westfall or anywhere else in the world, especially in Eversong Woods for that matter, during the Winterfell event. So stockpile them before Winterfell and just sell them all. You can actually just buy them off the auction house for like a gold or 2 each, depending on how much you want to spend, and you can just buy thousands or hundreds of them and just sell them during Winterfell. So that's actually quite a nice way of stockpiling and flipping gold. I actually haven't done one of those gold guides ever before, so that's nice. But with that out of the way, let me get into the gold breakdown. So I'm using global market value prices, and in 20 minutes I was able to farm 116 small eggs which sell for 2 gold and 71 silver each, for a total of 252 gold. So in 20 minutes I made 252 gold, and per hour that's about 756 gold per hour. So as you can see, those are just measly and just numbers that you don't really want to see for a gold farm. I usually recommend at least about 3,000 to 4,000 gold per hour to be a farm worth doing. But if I use Winterfell prices instead, so that's about 10 to 15 gold per egg, that's about 3,480 gold on the lower side per hour during Winterfell prices, and to an upper side of 5,220 gold per hour during Winterfell. So my final thoughts on this farm. Again, it's only worth doing during Winterfell and Children's... Well, not worth doing during that time, but worth doing before to sell at that time. During that time, during those holiday events, there's just so much competition here. You don't want to be in this area during that time. It's very annoying. I've done it before last Winterfell, and it's just frustrating. So, I guess that's the end of this video, guys. Like and favorite if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more gold guides like this from me in the future. And until next time, guys, bye!